Hey everybody, checking in here after the first day of D23 Expo. Thought I'd try doing what we did with San Diego Comic Con and just kind of doing a real quick kind of recap, partly for people that are interested in that, partly just for us to have as notes next year, or I guess in this case, probably 2 years out, which seems like it'll be even more helpful than with San Diego being every year. So what we did with San Diego and we'll do here is just kind of a quick recap of some of the things we picked up, freebies, purchases, and try to use that to frame things. We'll go much more in depth about the trip altogether and just our thoughts on the convention over on our podcast. So you can find that at Parks and Cons, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, wherever it is you find podcasts, and we'll have a bunch of talk there. We've been recording today, and we'll be recording a lot more. But it's a messy show, and it's something we knew going into it. The responses we got from people when we talked about doing all our prep videos this year and stuff was definitely a very different tone than 2017 or 2015. When there seemed to just not be a lot of excitement. There was a lot of kind people saying, "Oh yeah, we can't wait to see helpful videos or hear tips," but also pretty much everybody said it's going to be a debacle. I remember that word coming up several times. It's going to be a disaster. That word came up several times. And then today, just searching the hashtag for the show, it was pretty much nonstop. Checking Facebook groups on D23 Expo. A lot of people not happy with how they're running things, and I think all that comes back to they are very consistent at being inconsistent, and it's a show that unfortunately they choose not to hire an outside agency to run in terms of a convention company. They try to run it in-house. They put a lot of pressure on their employees, their cast members, to become convention experts for a weekend, and trying to manage the lines and direct people, and it's tough. It's really tough on the employees, and it's tough on the attendees, and it's tough all the way around. So that being said, we did get in last night. We checked in. We picked up the program, a lanyard. The lanyard's pretty cool, actually. It's got Avengers on it. It's got Amazon. It's got some Star Wars stuff on it. The bags, we've always been kind of impressed with how they do their bags, as they're pretty simple and small and all that, but it is a nice bag with Mickey on it, and they are pretty much endlessly free. There's just stacks of them always being given out, and they've come a long way with those over the years. They've always done a pretty good job with that, but these ones better than before. In terms of freebies on the floor, picked up a few things, nothing to get really excited about for us, at least. What is this game even? I forget. It was Game Loft was giving these things out. Honestly, do not know anything about what this even is. Obviously, it has to do with an app or a game or something, so maybe we'll look into it, maybe not. Some sticker packs there. The Hulu booth, it was just really weird having Hulu on the floor and seeing Handmaid's Tale and Brooklyn Nine-Nine and other things, Castle Rock being represented. It's just weird kind of having Hulu there, but it's just one of those things where it feels more and more like, well, what doesn't Disney own? Which obviously they don't own a lot of things, but they do own a lot of things, or have the rights at least to a lot of things. In that vein, we did, and you can find on the channel a full video of, we were at the very first ever Simpsons Disney D23 Expo meet and greet, and that was really weird to see the Simpson characters at a meet and greet. So you can check that out if you're interested. But that's kind of what the con is these days, is it's a mishmash of a lot of things. And I think one problem with that, it's like the banners is they have, it's the ultimate Marvel celebration, the ultimate Pixar celebration, the ultimate Star Wars celebration. I just don't think you can be the ultimate of all things. You just can't be all things to everyone. And then particularly with Star Wars, it's weird when they have Star Wars Celebration, which that is the ultimate Star Wars celebration. So Jelly Bellies, they were giving those away free. Disney Vacation Club, little tags there. Star Wars Galaxy Edge booth, they were giving away tags for that as well. They also had a gift card that you can get for $15 that had the Millennium Falcon on it. That was exclusive there. They have these various little kind of emoji looking mask things or whatever to go with the game as well. The Disney Plus panel, we were able to get that via the reservation system, and they ended it giving out this little button and this Disney Plus hat. So I would have much rather have gotten like a print for The Mandalorian or something like that. It was kind of surprising that, just even thinking about like the Avengers stuff, where at Comic-Con. They did the cool Black Widow hats and stuff, and thought they would have something maybe a little more connected to Disney Plus, maybe something to go potentially with Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier, or WandaVision or something like that. But it's kind of was this tail ender of like, yeah, we got these left over, so we'll do those. The purchase area we did not have. We do have a reservation for tomorrow for the Disney store, so excited to check that out. But we didn't have anything for today. But a good friend of ours, James Riley from the SDCC unofficial blog, was able to get in there, and he picked us up the awesome Dapper Dan's Funko pack. This was something, I don't know, to me, the Dapper Dan's I love. Funko, you know, we're kind of hit and miss on of what we have with those. Some, you know, I love the ad icons always, and there's something about this that to me really fits into kind of that ad icons mode, but like seeing the Penny Arcade on the back and stuff, and so that was something I definitely wanted to get. He said they were limit 10 per customer, so I was surprised by that. I didn't know there'd be that big of a limit. I don't know if that's going to mean there's going to be a bunch left that'll show up in the parks or not, but I know I'm glad to have it. It was $50. And then this is super awesome. In that store, this is at the Disney Dream Store, I should say, they had these Haunted Mansion pins. They had a few different Haunted Mansion items that were limited just for the day, is what they were saying. So this pin is limited to 999. And he picked this up for us. Very kind, very cool. Super excited to have that. So even though we weren't able to get into the stores ourselves, we got those. We were in line about 7 in the morning. Our line didn't move to go into the hall until about 9:45, so about 45 minutes after other people's were in the hall. So, and just part of all of the operational issues, and not going to take time on this video to go into all of that, but we do go into that in the podcast, and you can hear more about it there. So excited to check things out tomorrow. We do have a reservation for the Simpsons panel, so we'll see if we do that or not. We like Simpsons. I don't think we're huge Simpsons fans, but like them, and kind of curious to see what they do with it at panel, so we might be checking that out. We do have a store pass for the Disney store tomorrow, so we'll be checking that out as well. Then Sunday we have the parks panel, so that's always kind of a highlight to me. I'm always curious to see, obviously being Parks and Cons, we cover a lot of the parks, so it's always kind of fun to see what we're going to be covering in the next couple of years and see how they frame that narrative there and all that stuff. So more to come, lots of stuff on social media. If you want to follow along with us, particularly on Twitter, we're doing tons of updates there at Parks and Cons, and obviously Facebook and Instagram, we've got some stuff there as well. Lots of videos on the YouTube channel. I think this is like our 26th video of the weekend, so we'll probably hit 50 this weekend of D23 Expo window videos, so check them out if you're interested. With that being said, we'll wrap up here. Until next time, we'll see you in line somewhere.